Hello and welcome to India's coolest online chat show, Chai with me, Lakshmi. We are at www.chaiwithlakshmi.in. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. That's facebook.com/Chai with Lakshmi and the Twitter handle is at Chai with Lakshmi. That's ChaiWithlakshmi. And now for today's webisode. Today's webisode brings you the secrets of absolutely beautifully flavorful Gujarati chai. Rakhi Kane is a potter who grew up in Gujarat. She now lives in Auroville, Pondicherry with her husband who is a Gujarati. Rakhi makes some amazing chai coolers and teapots in her studio. On a visit to her home, she makes me some flavorful Guju chai and gets talking about this brew.
Having chai is a social event in Gujarat. The conversation starts with chai, it ends with chai. Chai is a major factor of any social gathering. The best example is if you want to buy a sari and you go to a sari shop, the first thing the shopkeeper will offer you is chai, and he will tell you that forget about saris, let's have chai and chat over a couple of other things, and then we'll think about saris. And if you don't like saris also, it's fine. We have made relationship. It's like that. So chai is very important in Gujarat, and all of them, all Gujaratis love chai, and they drink very kadak chai over over the day many a times in small quantities.
This tea is absolutely flavorful. Can you tell me how you made it and what's gone into it?
Usually, it is half water, half milk. So if I take 1 cup of water, I take 1 cup of milk, and then once it comes to a boiling temperature, I put all my flavors, the masalas, and sugar. And the flavors are very strong. It's like cloves, some cinnamon, and dry ginger powder crushed together. These are like normal ingredients, but each household has its own combination of masala. Some people add elaichi to it, and some people don't like it, so they only have these 3 ingredients and things like that. So I prefer to just crush it fresh and put it in my tea, depending on the mood. If it is a rainy atmosphere, then I put cinnamon more than cloves. Sometimes I don't put cloves. In Gujarat, we think that sugar has to be boiled. When you eat raw sugar, it's not good for the body. It's better to boil your sugar always. White sugar, if you are using white sugar. So we always put sugar first, let it boil, and when it comes to boil, then we put chai and then boil it for another half a minute or a minute, and then sieve it out immediately. In Gujarat, Gujarat is a milk state. We have good milk available in Gujarat, and they believe that if you use milk in tea, it has to be fresh, not boiled. It has to come fresh from cow, and without before boiling, you should add that milk to tea, and that gives different taste. Once you boil it, and once that fat is separated from the milk, the taste of the tea is different.
Rakhi, we're sitting here sipping tea in these beautiful teacups. Obviously, traditionally, that's not how tea was consumed. How was it in Gujarat?
Yes, you are right. This tea kettle and cups have come only after Britishers have come to this country. And it is almost 200 years, of course. But, and I can't say how many years ago the kind of tea that we drink in Gujarat started. I don't know, but traditionally in Gujarat, in rural Gujarat, the tea is very kadak tea served in saucers. So when you have a social gathering, people coming to your place, or there is a shadi or something like that, you you make it in quantity and pour it in bigger teapot, a metal teapot, and it's poured out to people in saucers. So people directly drink out of saucers.
What about things that are usually eaten with the Gujarati chai? Are there like signature things that Gujarati families have around chai time?
For sure, Gujaratis are known for their tea time snacks. So we have some salted snack, traditional snacks like khari puri or like some save we call it. I don't know how you call it in English, but things like that. Some salted stuff. And when people come, these things are served with tea usually. And yeah, means tea is absolutely very very important, and people eat something like that, not biscuits or things like that, but it's a very typically Gujarati thing to have something salty with tea.
Tell me about sort of your chai time ritual at home here. Typically, let's say, is it a morning thing, is it an afternoon thing, and is it accompanied by a particular activity?
Usually my husband gets up earlier than me and he makes tea, so making early morning tea is usually 90% of the time his job. And so we have our tea together in the morning. My daughter doesn't drink tea yet, but sometimes she feels like having, and she has it. But it's me and my husband basically, quiet cup of tea in the morning. And during the day, he goes off to work, and he has many people in his office, a lot of students and trainees and things like that. So they have a big chai session at the office, 10:30 in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And they have great discussions. I sometimes envy them, because they're all from different parts of the country, and they come together and they have great discussions from from girlfriends to food to what kind of architecture and this and that. And and at home here I have a studio where I have one worker. So 10:30 and 3 o'clock is a normal tea time for all the units in Auroville. So we have also kept the same time for tea. And at that time I have a little conversation with my worker. How is he doing during the day and what is he supposed to be doing and things like that. So only in the evening, sometimes when we have some friends coming over, we have this very informal chai thing where we just sit around and have a cup of tea together. That happens actually very often. Every alternate day we have people coming over for evening chai.
Saucer or not, this Guju chai is totally yum. You should try it.